6:51, time for the morning sprint.
A trial date is now set for one of the teens charged in the death of 11-year-old Anissa Scott. 18-year-old Jerry Ward is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Jury selection is scheduled for May of next year, with a 7-day trial set to start in June. Last week marked the one-year anniversary of the shooting that ultimately took the young girl's life.
Breaking overnight, Madison police investigating a report of shots fired near State Street. It happened around 2 o'clock this morning near the intersection of State and Gilman. No injuries reported, no one's arrested. Anyone with information, though, should contact Madison area Crime Stoppers. Wisconsin football opening up the year ranked in the AP's top 25. It's becoming kind of an annual tradition for head coach Paul Chryst. It's the 5th straight year the Badgers are in the poll to start the season. Expectations are high this year. UW's ranked 12th. It's the highest they've been since preseason's 2018 poll. Ranked them at number 4. Wisconsin, one of 5 Big Ten teams to start the year ranked.
Madison police say they're investigating after getting reports of 2 people in a car shooting into another vehicle last night. It happened on the west side, just off of Schrader Road around 7 p.m. No injuries have been reported. Officers say they have no information on any suspects, though. Anyone who might have seen something should call police.
The Wisconsin Badgers have announced their COVID-19 protocols for fans planning to go to Camp Randall. The athletic department says all fans will be required to wear masks at all times when they're in the indoor area of the stadium, regardless of vaccination status. In outdoor spaces like the seating pole, masks will not be required, but strongly encouraged.
A new medical study conducted during March Madness found about 1 in 4 basketball fans did not wear their masks properly. During the NCAA basketball tournament in Indianapolis, observers reviewed 21,000 spectators. They found about 75% wore their masks correctly. The authors hope these findings will help avoid future super spreader events at indoor gatherings.
A new report shows fewer than 1/3 of voters who cast their ballots in the presidential election did it in person. The 2020 election marked a major increase in mail-in and absentee voting, of course. This report by the U.S. Election Assistance Commission said it was the first time in history that the majority of voters did not cast their ballots in person on Election Day.
UW Health says it has all the pediatric volunteers it needs for its Moderna clinical trial. The trial filled up quickly. UW Health saying in a statement it appreciates the community's efforts to end the pandemic. If you enlisted your child, you'll be contacted directly if they were selected.
New Zealand reporting its first locally transmitted coronavirus case since late February. The government says the case was identified in Auckland and the source is under investigation. New Zealand's Prime Minister says the nation will now go into lockdown for 3 days for one locally transmitted case. Auckland will likely be under lockdown for 7 days.
In a statement late last night, former President George Bush is expressing sadness over the events in Afghanistan. His statement reads, "Our hearts are heavy, both for the Afghan people who've suffered so much and for the Americans and NATO allies who've sacrificed so much." President Bush was in office for the first 7 years of the Afghanistan war.
The Dixie wildfire causing evacuations overnight in California. Butte County and the towns of Susanville and Janesville are a part of the current evacuations. High winds causing the fire to grow. It's now over 578,000 acres and only 31% contained.
Federal regulators are launching another investigation into Tesla's autopilot system. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the probe was prompted by a string of collisions with parked emergency vehicles. Those 11 crashes since 2018 left 1 person dead, 17 others injured. The NHTSA says most of them happened at night, and they all involved Teslas whose self-driving systems had been activated.
A good day to take a splash here in the 608. Temperatures in the 50s now, warming up to the upper 70s by lunch. We'll top out into the lower 80s later on this afternoon. If you are headed out the door right now, it is 59 degrees. No real wind out there. The air is calm. Dew points are into the mid-50s, so it's comfortable. Janesville's at 57, 59 in Mineral Point. Same for our friends in Platteville. Let's show you how Future Track plays out throughout the day. We're all dry. Winds stay out of the south. Low 80s is pretty much the name of the game for everyone. We'll cool down to the 60s tonight. It is the middle 80s for those highs as we move towards tomorrow. That's a part of a warming trend towards the end of the week. Then a cold front brings shower chances Friday night into Saturday.
Chris Reese, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Have a great day. Enjoy that sun.